National Bison Day is today, and in Montana, several groups are working to restore their place on our landscape. MTN's Joe HUISINGA shares how the Blackfeet Nation is bringing bison back to the front.
Well, you know, they were a big part of our ceremonies, and they're an animal that is really revered as having a lot of power.
Bison are iconic of the West, but for generations they have been largely absent from the lands and the people that once depended on them.
They were our economy in the beginning. They were our food, our clothing, our lodging, and our tools, and they provided for us in that way.
ERVIN CARLSON, manager of the Blackfeet Bison Project, says the tribe now has more than 600 bison in a herd, meant to revive that economy by selling meat while also providing healthy food for elders and the sick. There is also a smaller herd, meant for a bigger purpose.
The cultural significance of them is the big push behind the E&E project.
The project aims to reestablish E&E, the Blackfeet word for buffalo, as free-ranging animals on the reservation and historically tribal lands to the west.
This is not a bison herd as a domestic herd, but this is actually bison as wildlife.
The tribe is working closely with Glacier National Park and a handful of state, federal, and Canadian agencies to allow bison free passage between Glacier, Waterton Lakes, and tribal lands on both sides of the border.
Everybody's working pretty cooperatively together and are really want to see it happen.
Instead of sitting across the table with the tribe, we're actually sitting around the table thinking about how we're going to manage this wildlife in this shared area for this shared vision.
This vision means the return of grazing bison to grasslands that have been without for more than 100 years.
There will be transformation of landscape in Glacier National Park, but we believe that it'll be a transformation that'll take it back to what it was like when there were natural free-ranging bison on the landscape.
The bison destined for this freedom are genetic descendants of calves captured and sold from the area in the 1870s. Now, with the ancestral herd at 56 and counting, CARLSON says it shows the power of the bison to bring things full circle.
They're a part of us, and they're a relative, and they're a big part of our culture, so we want to keep those all intact, and that's our real reason for returning buffalo to our lands.
While the bison have returned, it will still be several years before they roam free. In Blackfeet country, Joe HUISINGA, MTN News.